So, hello, lovely discipleship groups. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to give a quick run through of the preaches I've literally just done on the hottest day, possibly in the history of mankind. My goodness, it was hot in the 9:15. I'm sorry if you were there. You should have come to 11. We've got the aircon working by then. Anyway, I spoke from Numbers 27 on Sunday, the story of the daughters of Zelophehad. The 5 women find themselves potentially disenfranchised because of a census of the Israelites. God has used the census to inform a law regarding the division of the promised land, and it means that the land will go to males, and there are no males in the daughters of Zelophehad's family. They challenged the law, which must have taken great faith, and I talked about how amazing it was that they had any faith at all, since they'd lived their entire lives in the wilderness, being led by and cared for and taught by the generation that goes before them, which is the generation of unbelief, the generation that consigns itself to dying in the wilderness. And I talked about how we can still build our faith even when we're in the wilderness, and how we've been given all of the tools that we need. We've been given everything we need for life and godliness. And even in the wilderness, we can be aware of the presence of God, aware of his character, get to know him so that we understand what's important to him, and through that build our faith. And we have this toolbox of prayer and worship and the Bible, the Word. We can declare scriptures, we can evangelize, we can share our faith, we can meditate, we can stand on the promises of God. We have all of these tools at our disposal, and sometimes we just need to get them out of the toolbox and use them, because they're there for the building. They're there for us to use so that we build ourselves up, whatever our circumstances. I also spoke about the challenges, the challenge that the sisters brought to the law, and said that the challenge is really not about gender equality or women's rights. That's in there. Social justice is really important to the Lord. We can't ignore that. But that's not the primary motivator for the daughters. The primary motivator is that this is a covenant that they have entered into as Israelites with God, and they know that he has promised them land. And even though they've never seen it, even though they've never stepped on it, the women have a vision of everything that could mean, not just to them as women, not just to their tribe, not just to the Israelites as a nation, but to the world. They know that God is going to do something phenomenal through the provision of this land. And they want to be part of that covenant. They want to be part of what God is doing. And so they bring the challenge, and I love God in this, because not only does he validate them, but he also changes his own law. And that encourages me, because I know that God's intention is that I should partner with him to bring the kingdom. It encourages me to take my role as a co-heir with Christ seriously. It encourages me to keep praying for the people who I've been praying for 40 years to come to get to know the Lord, and they still haven't done it. But actually, what this story says is our destiny isn't fixed. No one's destiny is fixed. That we can go into the throne room, and when we know the heart of God, and we know that he is passionate about justice, and he loves his people, and he doesn't distance ever himself from us, that we can go into the throne room and pray prayers and ask for legacies, knowing that he's going to say yes, because we've understood his heart, we've understood his mind, we've understood what's important to him. I've suggested some questions you might like to discuss. I suppose for me, the questions I'm asking myself right now are, is there anything else I need to do to build my faith? Can I get to know God more? And of course the answer to that is yes, I just need to make it happen. And as I get to know God more, what are the things that I think are on his heart that I should be asking for? What do I want my legacy to be? Have fun. Enjoy tonight. Thanks again for tuning in. Sorry that I am a bit hot, sweaty and sticky. Sunday was a hot day. Have a great week. Bye.